Yo, what's going on, guys? So we are after the day 2 of the league, so I decided to give you another update. And sorry if I sound tired, that's probably because I am tired. I just finished a second very long stream, which actually reminds me that I wanted to mention that yes, in fact I do stream. You can find my channel in the description, and I'm trying to stream pretty much everything that I'm doing right now in PoE. Also, another thing I wanted to mention is that right now my strategy, which is the heist into Simulacrum, is pretty popular, which means that a lot of stuff is pretty expensive. Things like Zerfi's Heart has been 7 divines for the entire day. Apparently also the drop rate of Zerfi's Heart is bugged. You can pretty much just get it through the divination card. Maybe it has been fixed by now, I don't know yet, but there's definitely less on them on the market. And right now it costs like 3-4 divines. So what I wanted to quickly just mention is there are a few alternatives that you can go for if you are struggling with this strategy. Apparently just regular mapping, doing Eldritch Altars and Arch Nemesis monsters, they just drop a ton of loot, so you can just go either for maps. Or what I would do if I couldn't do Simulacrums, I would probably just swap to logbooks. And I do have a lot of videos on my channel when I was doing logbooks in the past, like few tests. You can see how to do them if you don't know how to do it. And you can definitely make a lot of currency. And in terms of gear that you need, you probably just want a crafted bow, and that's pretty much it. You don't need Zerfi's Art, you don't need a lot of other stuff. You probably want still maybe one cluster jewel setup. So it's still much cheaper. Okay, let's go back to the update. So far I have been playing one day 15 hours. We are 48 hours plus 8 hours into the league. I just slept for like 6 hours. I couldn't sleep for more. And I just started farming simulacrums. So first thing I wanted to talk about is how much currency I made through heist and what I did buy before I swapped to it. So right after yesterday's video, I did buy Long Con cards, which gives you random Elder Slayer Exalt. And on my first try, I did get the Hunter's Exalted Orb, which basically gave me enough currency I needed to finish crafting my bow. And if you are wondering how to craft it, check out my video which I made before the league start, the Toxic Rain Simulacrum guide. And in that video, I'm explaining how to craft it. And it did cost me in total like 10 divines. I probably was able to buy some stuff for cheaper, so maybe like 8 to 9 divines. And again, I was able to get Hunter's Exalted Orb for a bit cheaper. The other things, I bought Zerfi's Heart early on in the league, pretty much the first thing I bought, which means I bought it for 60 chaos. Unfortunately now it's, like I said, free for divines. But yeah, like I said, I was able to buy it much earlier. Dying Sun I actually bought for like 100C, now it's actually cheaper. So that's the only item that I did lose money on. And everything else that you see in here is actually like very cheap. Like the gloves are like 20 to 50 chaos, same thing for belt, boots, helmet, and the Maloney, I think it was like 30C, and Carcass Jack was 10 chaos. So on all of the other items, I just focus on life and resist. And here I also wanted Onslaught on kill, and obviously I want Stygian Vice for the bell, for the jewel, and on jewel I have Corrupting Blood immunity and some life. I'm using Maloney obviously for more gems, so I can level them up in Simulacrums, and in weapon swap I just have random bow and quiver with Maloney quiver for additional gems. And in case also you are wondering why do I have white sockets, I just bought the bow like that. It literally doesn't matter. Someone dropped probably this bow from Arch Nemesis with the mod where all of the sockets are white, and yeah, I just bought it. You don't really need it. For my flasks, I'm using Quartz with attack speed, Jade with evasion, Dying Sun, Mana with remove curse, and Life with remove corrupting blood. And it's really important to have used charges when charges reach full, because that's how you're gonna recover from the Master Surgeon. This is why I'm going Pathfinder. I'm not gonna go over like the whole build. If you're wondering how the build works, make sure to check out my video, the Toxic Rain Simulacrum Farmer guide from before the league start. I also did craft all of my cluster jewels. I do have full set here, and here I almost have full. I still need a few levels, which I'm gonna get from Simulacrums, and here I have a remaining one. And I did craft them with Unholy Grace, Unwaveringly Evil, Wicked Pole, and all of the medium ones are Student of Decay, Wicked Pole, and one of them is Student of Decay and Eternal Suffering. And the way you craft them is you just buy any medium cluster jewel between item level 68 and 83, and you just spam Aberrant Fossil. And the same thing for a large cluster jewel, you spam Aberrant Fossil, but you want item level to be between 50 and 67. So again, for a large, 50 to 67, and medium, 68 to 83, because that gives you the best chance. So again, I crafted all of them. I probably spent like 3 to 4 divines to craft all of them, and actually they are more expensive. I think all of them, if I would buy them, I would pay maybe like 8 divines. And here I have my Elegant Hubris with Supreme Ostentation. This is whatever, just block. I don't really care about what I get in here. And all of these small jewels are just damage over time multi and life. You can see everywhere. This gives me some fire res, but yeah, everything is damage over time multi and life. But there's one key mistake that I did with this build, and that is that before I was setting up everything, I did check in PoB what do I need, like which resist I'm gonna need. I did copy paste every item that I have, and I was checking what do I need to get the resist. And unfortunately, I did in PoB have my Dying Sun activated, which gives me 50% fire res. And because of Flask effect, it actually gives me like 70, maybe 80 fire res. So when you look at my resistances, now I have 14 fire res, because like I said, PoB calculated my resist with fire, so I assume I'm gonna have 75. But with Dying Sun, I am res cap. So right now when I'm doing Simulacrums, it is kinda scuffed. Most of the time I can just clear waves easily because Dying Sun is active, but as soon as at the end of the wave Dying Sun drops down, at the end of the wave I also drop down. So it is kinda annoying. And actually, if you are asking me how many waves I'm clearing so far, I was able to clear 19 waves every single time, and one time I almost cleared wave 20, but there was like 3 remaining monsters and they were dealing fire damage and they just killed me at the end, and that was my last portal, so I wasn't able to clear it. So yeah, right now I'm gonna focus to fix that. I'm probably just gonna get some more resist somewhere. Maybe I'm gonna swap some jewels for more fire res. Also, maybe I'm gonna swap Marks of Submission, but this is actually a big item. 30% Chaos res is actually pretty much just 30% more damage. I actually notice it a lot compared to my PoB from before the league. This actually gives me a ton of damage, but it doesn't give any resist, so maybe I'm actually going to have to swap it. Okay, in terms of the leveling gems, what I am using is right now I'm just leveling a bunch of different gems. So you're gonna see here, I'm just having Malevolence, Spark, Exsanguinate, Spark, and so on, like crit damage. Just I go for just a bunch of random different gems because you don't want to just level up one gem, because then that gem is just gonna continuously go down in price. So you want to go for a lot of different ones. And yes, right now I am leveling to 20 and then flipping for 20% quality because it's worth it. Just check the price. If it's worth it, go for it. If not, don't go for it. And for me right now, when I checked all of them were worth it. And I don't know if I'm gonna corrupt it. It's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna check the prices. If it is, I'm going to. If it's not, I'm not going to. And I actually also tried to double corrupt my Empower level 3, and it did fail. I got level 2, but I'm still gonna use it in here. I'm gonna level it back up to level 3, so it is kind of fine. I am just a little bit weaker for now. Okay, going back a bit to the swap from heist to simulacrum, this is basically all of the things that I did get before doing it, and I did farm around 20 divines, I think, from simulacrums, from the heist, but all of my gear is worth 30, maybe a little bit more. Like I said, because economy is right now a bit weird because a lot of people are going for this build, a lot of stuff is more expensive, but I was able to buy it for more because I did buy some stuff earlier, like Xerxes Art, and also I got a bit lucky with the Long Con card for the Hunter's Exalted Orb. So I was able to buy stuff cheaper, so value of all of my gear is probably like 30 divines, but I did spend like 20. And I did started farming Simulacrum with level 72, and pretty much like what I said in my past videos, when you just start farming Simulacrums, you're gonna gain a ton of experience. In the first Simulacrum, I basically got up to level, I think 80, so I got like 8 levels from first Simulacrum, then I got to level like 85, 86 in the second one, then 88, 89, and 90. So in like 4 Simulacrums or 5, I was able to level up to level 90. I'm probably gonna try to level up until 94, so I can equip all of my cluster jewels in here. And I do have around 4k life. And these are basically the defenses you want. You want to have 4k life, you want to have spell suppression, you want to have all of your fire or of your resistances, which I'm lacking right now. And you want to have a ton of evasion, like 77%. With Valgrace it's gonna be almost 95, so that's gonna be big differences. But right now I do have few issues. I think I am dying to curses because I don't have a lot of overcapped resists. I'm dying a bit to chaos damage because I'm still not chaos res cap because I need my last cluster jewel. I think I'm also dying to ailments because right now I'm just removing ailments from mastery. Remove ailment when you use mana flask. And obviously fire damage because of my dying sun. So these are the things that I'm gonna try to fix. I'm not gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so now I want to show you the example of simulacrums that I'm doing right now. So here is wave 17. So if you don't know how the build works, it basically relies on Xerxes Heart. And yes, you do need it. It's pretty much the key part of the build. You could maybe do it with Soul first, but I personally haven't done that version of the build, so I can't really help you with building that. But it could possibly also work. But yeah, I wait until my reward reach like 3 in here, so in the corner, and then I use my Valgrace to proc my Xerxes Heart. And here you can see I have like 200 stacks, which gives 5% attack speed, I think, per stack. And now it dropped again, but it dropped at the end of the wave. And this is exactly what you want. You want the Soul Eater to drop at the end of the wave. This is why I use it around 3 rewards. And you constantly want to be on the move. If you have issues with surviving, you can notice that I just, when I get hit, I almost always get like here one-shotted, or I drop down to like 20% life. So you really want to just constantly move. Don't attack too much, just constantly on the move. And you want to spam your mana flask, so you remove your ailments constantly, and also you restore 6% life, and you remove curse. So you can see on my debuffs in here, like you can see I am constantly gaining debuffs and buffs because I'm just spamming my mana flask. So I'm removing all of the ailments, removing all of the curses, and I'm also healing myself. So that was wave, I think, 18. So right now I am, like I said, clearing waves 19 every single time. So this wave, I think here I am also gonna clear, but then I am gonna fail wave 20. And like I mentioned earlier, I was almost able to clear wave 20 so far. And in case you are wondering if clearing wave 20, if it's, wave 19, if it's already profitable, can I make money this way? Yes, it is, and I'm gonna show you in a second. I actually did save loot from all of these simulacrums that I did, so I can show you in the video how much profit I'm making. So let's actually look over that right now. So before I do it, I just want to quickly show you here at the end. This is wave 20. So here, just to show you when I die. So you're gonna see, even if you die, you have issues. It's not that bad. I am doing the same thing. I'm just dying constantly, but that's pretty much how it should be. You reach around wave 20 and you just constantly die. You can notice in here I'm gonna die again. And at this point, I pretty much decide, okay, there's no way I'm gonna do it. So, well, I actually go in again now, and I just died, and yeah, I just don't even go back because I know there's no way I'm gonna be able to do it. Okay, so let's go back to the game, and here is all of the loot. So here's loot from 3 simulacrums, here's loot from 1, and here is loot from also one of them, and they go right now for 90 chaos, which is more expensive than normally, so definitely less profit. And here you can see just the stack decks. All of these stack decks pay for around maybe one simulacrum, maybe half of them, I'm not too sure. I did count that on stream, but I don't remember. But let's look at the exilence right now. So here is my exilence, and here's all of the loot from the first stop. So 3 simulacrums. I made 680 chaos, and this does not include the voices, which I did drop, 5 passive, and right now it costs 1 divine, so it's additional profit. And also it doesn't include the Conqueror maps, and I do have a few of them. Let's see. Yes, I did drop 2 of them. And also I think doesn't count like things like uniques or some of the other things. Like in this tab, I think I have like an enchant with Righteous Fire. Here I have enchant with oh, it's also Righteous Fire. They are not like too expensive, but it's still like 20 to maybe 50k. Seismic Trap, additional wave, so also decent. I'm also picking up all of the Breach Rings, which I'm gonna eventually turn into the Grasping Mails. Maybe I'm gonna get the increased defense. So yeah, there's a lot of like small things. Also Cursed Crypt, it also doesn't count this one, which is 50 chaos. So yeah, if I was buying them for 90C, that would be 685 minus 90, 1, 2, 3. Basically means I made 400 chaos from 3 simulacrums. But like I said, it doesn't include everything. It doesn't include like things like Cluster Jewels also. But also there's some things in here that probably is not worth as much and you wouldn't sell it. So Exilence, obviously take it with a grain of salt. It's not like 100% this profit, but at least you're seeing that it is definitely profitable. How profitable it is, not exactly sure. Again, it also depends a bit on NRG, but you should at least get your money back and make additional profit. And obviously it doesn't include the leveling gems. And right now I'm leveling like 20, 25 normal gems, and it takes like 3 to 4 simulacrums to level them up to 20. So it takes like 6 to 8 to level them to 2020. And all of them, I think with 2020 are worth around 40 to 50C. So in like 8, let's say 8 in the worst case, in 8 simulacrums times 50C, let's say that. I mean 50C per gem, or you level up 25 gems, so you make 1250 chaos in 8 simulacrums, which means you just from the gems, if you sell them for 50 chaos, they might be cheaper right now, I'm not too sure, you would make 150 chaos from 1 simulacrum just from the gems, which already covers the cost and you already make profit. If it was 40 chaos, then obviously you would make a little bit less, but still you're gonna make a decent amount. Obviously it's gonna skyrocket when I'm gonna start leveling in different gems like Enlightened and Powers or Awakened gems. But yeah, that's basically it for now. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm basically gonna try to sell all of this. That's why you want to do a lot of simulacrums just in a row, so you can just sell stuff in a row. I am selling them myself. I'm not using TFT, so it's gonna take a while, but like I said, this is why you want to do multiple simulacrums, so you don't trade after every single one. You just do 5 simulacrums, you do a big trading session. Maybe you make like enough money to buy like 7, 8, then you do these 7, 8, you do another trading session, then you do like 10 or 15, and then eventually you do like 30 in a row, so you only do trading session maybe like once per day. Another thing I have to fix is obviously issues with my resist and so on, so I'm also gonna try to buy some upgrades. I am still probably gonna spend additional maybe like 10 divines on gear, so I can get few improvements, so I'm not gonna die as much. I'm also gonna focus on my defenses. My damage is actually very good right now, I don't have to worry about it, but maybe if I'm gonna drop the Mark of Submission, then I'm gonna have to worry about my damage. And then I'm gonna just start saving for Mage Blood. Hopefully in like 2 days, that's what I'm assuming, I'm gonna be able to buy the Mage Blood. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.